Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with a review for Black Ink Chicago, Season 4, Episode 8. So, you guys, I had started doing the video earlier, and my computer was dead. I knew it was gonna die. I was hoping that the shit would have saved what I did, but it did not. So now I'm starting all the way over, which has gotten my stress level a little higher because you guys know that I usually do these videos on my lunch break and, you know, everything is thrown off, and now I've got to try to get through 2 videos and get back to work, and, you know, I had to go get my computer charged and all of that, so yeah. We're gonna get through it though, you guys. Before I get started with the video, let me apologize because what I am now realizing is, see, sometimes when I watch Black Ink Chicago, sometimes when I watch Love and Hip Hop, I watch it on my app on my phone. Some evenings I'm not able to get to the show when it actually airs. Well, what I have now found is the episodes that they put on the app will oftentimes have either extra scenes that were deleted or will have scenes that have not aired yet. They will show like a scene from the upcoming week in that same episode that I'm watching. So what happens is I give you guys a review on shit that you guys haven't seen unless you watch it on the app. If you are watching it actually on the show when it airs on TV, then you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so and I realize now that they do it often, and it has been making me give reviews that aren't accurate because you guys haven't seen those scenes. Ain't nobody said nothing. Actually, a few people have said something in the past when it happened on Love and Hip Hop. But now I realize that I told you guys about a couple of scenes last week. Remember I kept saying they didn't make sense and they came out of nowhere? Well, that's because the shit ain't, it ain't happened yet. So I promise from now on I will make it a point to watch the shows on my actual television so that I can give you guys the right reviews, because the app got me out here looking crazy, y'all. And that's pretty much it. Let's get to the video, shall we? The crew is at the shop, you know, sitting around not doing nothing as usual. We find out that Don have called a meeting with all of the workers. They sick of this shit. Lily and Charmaine still beefing. They've been all fighting ever since pretty much they decided to become Loyal Link. And it don't make no damn sense. We need to sit down. We need to vent our frustrations with each other. You guys know Don has been to the therapist one time, so now the nigga a makeshift therapist for everybody. I mean, I guess somebody got to do it, damn. So Don has grabbed the bull by the horns, and he's going to get them all to sit down and, you know, just talk to each other instead of yelling and screaming. So he asked Cobra and Danielle to get out because they weren't part of the original group that agreed that they were going to start Loyal Link. He wants them to step out, let them handle it, and then y'all can come on back later. And right away, Lily tells us that, yeah, she knows that she has an anger problem and she needs to get control of that. However, Charmaine has a big fucking mouth and she's always right. Charmaine agrees that, yeah, she knows that she can be a little bit mouthy at times, but it's usually coming from a good place. She says the only reason why she did the LLC is because they didn't see her value around there. I was like, we still don't, Charmaine. Basically, she felt threatened. The boys was like, no, you did that to get back at Lily. Which she did, okay, but it backfired. She didn't realize the rest of the group was going to be mad at her as well. So, you know, the girls seemed to be coming to some sort of happy medium, and then Don was like, well, let's see what you guys have in common. You like weed? You like weed. You like kissing girls sometimes? You like kissing girls sometimes. And they both agree that they have love for the shop. So, since you guys seem to have more commonalities than differences, how about we bury the hatchet? Yeah, we'll do that, and in honor of burying this hatchet, we are going to burn up the LLC. I said, now who gonna get with the government and get that shit taken off the official books? You burn up all the papers you want, shit. But in a show of solidarity, Charmaine holds the paperwork and Lily sets it on fire. Have I been saying Danielle all the time? If I was, I meant Lily, you guys. Lily sets it on fire. All right, now that that's done, we need to have a grand opening. Loyal Link has been open about a month. People probably still think that they 9mag. They need to let everybody know they Loyal Link, okay? So, yeah, they about to have a party as usual. If they don't know how to do shit else, they do know how to party. Now, Four says that he's happy that Loyal Link is back on track. However, Four is not too happy with what he got going on personally. Okay, he's kind of depressed, kind of bummed that he did not go to Los Angeles when London on the Track wanted him to come. It's just that it was hard for him to just drop everything and go. You guys remember London on the Track wanted him to come that very next day, and he was like, I have a work schedule, I got a girl, it was a whole lot going on at the shop. He just felt like he couldn't do it then, but he's starting to feel like he's passed up his opportunity. But surprise, surprise, London on the Track calls him again. He want him to come tomorrow. Damn it, I'm gonna send a plane out there, or probably a plane ticket, y'all, and you be on it so we can put these hits out. Again, Forrest's like, so you just want me to drop everything and come? Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, honey. Time waits for no man. You want to get to this what? Shout out to Stevie J. You will do what you have to do to make it happen. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I guess if I really wanted it bad, I'd be on that plane the next day. Later on, we see Four. He's about to tattoo his boy TJ. TJ was one of his directors for a few of his videos in the past. So, him and TJ got a good relationship. TJ is getting a tattoo of the Belizean flag. Okay, he says that it's in honor of his granny. Granny didn't move to Chicago from Belize back in the day, trying to make a better life for her family. Four was like, I kind of have that same feeling. I'm going to be moving from Chicago to Los Angeles, because I'm trying to make a better name for myself and get my career off the ground. And, in return, we'll make more money and he can support him and Nikki and they can get married and be happy and all of that. Okay. So, he feels inspired by doing the tattoo of Granny's Belizean flag. And so I guess this has shed a little light on the situation for him. He got to do what he got to do. So we find out that Four is indeed going to Los Angeles. He ain't told the crew because he just needs to keep some positivity in his life. He don't need no negative. He don't need nobody trying to talk him out of it. He's already made the decision. He's told Nikki. Nikki's trying to be supportive, but Nikki is sad that he's leaving, understandably. But she's taking a little bit more mature approach. Okay, she done threw the water and shit last time. Now she just gonna chill and let her man do what he gotta do. But it is kind of fucked up that he's just running out on the rest of the crew. Hey, that rhymed. Now we see Ashley and she's upset. It seems that one of her kids, looks like the baby, is being rushed to the emergency. He's being put in the ambulance. He's on a stretcher and something has happened. We don't know what it is at the time, but we find out that while Don was giving the baby a bath, I don't know if he looked away or if he wasn't in the bathroom at the time or what, but the little boy hit the hot water and got burned from the water coming out of the faucet. So, they had to rush him because he was scalded. They rushed him to emergency. Of course, Ashley is feeling guilty. She says, thank goodness that she was in Chicago for a family weekend. Wink, wink. I was just like, yeah, how convenient. Whatever. Y'all know that child ain't left no damn Chicago. Anyway, she says that good thing she was there because she could be there for the son there, but she's starting to feel guilty for breaking up the family. She knows that she went to Texas because she needed to clear her mind, and she don't feel bad about that. But, is this really working out the best for her kids? So, after they find out that the baby is going to be okay, and I guess the baby gets medication, he doesn't have to stay there longer than a day, they bring it back on home, and now Don and Ashley have to sit down and figure out where their relationship is. Okay, so Ashley is telling them that maybe she needs to move on back. I mean, she had been thinking about it anyway, but now that this has happened, it's not that she don't trust Don, she just kind of feels like it needs to be the both of them. Co-parenting. They not getting back together. This is just simply for co-parenting. Do you think we can do that? I'm not clear on what she's talking about. Is she talking about moving back in the house, or is she just talking about moving to Chicago? Because if you just moving back to Chicago, then what is the discussion about? Of course you can co-parent. That's your child just as much as it is his child. So you ain't got to get no permission from him to come back if you want to take care of your fucking kids, right? Okay. But if she's talking about moving back in the house, then okay, maybe I guess that's what the question is. But I'm just like, Girl, you ain't got to say it's for the kids, Tara Wallace. You know you ain't left Don and you always wanted to be with him. When Don is listening to her tell it, he's like, get this, Don got rules. I said, ain't this about a bitch? Oh yeah, Don got rules. First rule is, he needs peace around his kids, okay? He can't have no whole bunch of commotion around his babies. They've been eating junk food all this time, so junk food it is. Okay, don't be coming up in here with no salads and whatnots. And we like Fabuloso. Okay, I don't know if he was trying to say that the bitch is dirty or what. Okay, nasty house. But he said, we want some Fabuloso around here, and I guess come clean up the house. What the fuck was he saying? But fine. She can agree to that. She says her only term is that they don't argue. I said, well, that's the same as peace, ain't it? Okay, but whatever. What your fucking rule should have been was, how about not getting your dick sucked on Snapchat and you posting it? Okay, can we do that? If you can stick to that rule, then we might be good. Now, we see Charmaine, Charmaine is at the radio station during the week, okay, because she ain't making no fucking money at Loyal Link. All right, now that she's not the HBIC anymore, now she got to figure out where her next dollar coming from. She works at the radio station on the weekends. She needs to get a during the week gig. Okay, so she's there and she gonna brown nose. She gonna do what she can to try to get this little spot. So she done brought cupcakes and coffee and she's giving it to everybody. She needs to give one to her boss who does not see it for her. All right. He just seems like he always annoyed with her, so she come in there like, boss, look what I got, some, chocolate cupcakes, get you one. And he was like, first of all, Charmaine, diabetes. Are you trying to kill me? And she was like, no, we're not trying to do that. He said, okay. And anyway, why are you here? What do you want? She telling him how she needs to try to get in there during the week. If they need any help around, she's willing to do it. And he was like, no, I don't need you during the week. Okay, I just need you on the weekends. That's always been good enough for me. And he barely tolerates her then. She got an idea that maybe she could be like the word on the street, the person that goes around and talks to folks like on the street, a pavement pounder. And he likes that, even though she get on his fucking nerves. He was like, I like the whole gung-ho in you, you trying to make it happen. So I'll tell you what, whenever we need some help, filling in during the week, then we'll call you. And, she's like, okay, boss, I'm willing to do whatever I need to do. He was like, first of all, Charmaine, just be quiet. Just hush. Why are you so damn loud? Your mouth so damn big. I was like, thank you. He was like, okay, you fine. You ain't got to say nothing else. Go on and go. We'll call you if we need you. So then, this is one of those scenes where I told you about last week that didn't really happen last week. It happened this week. The interview with Nipsey Hussle. Okay, and her being there and basically taking over the interview. You guys remember I told you guys all that last week and how the host of the show kind of had an attitude with her, but he told her he was cool with it. Okay, well, that happened during this episode. So I just gave y'all a little preview about it last week. How's that? It was sort of a scene filler anyway, because like I said, the guy wasn't really all that mad at Charmaine, and she again, I killed that. Another thing that I told you guys about last week was a scene where Van and his girl seemed to be okay. This is what made me realize that scene that I saw last week was way out in the future or was a deleted scene altogether. Because on this episode, Van and Jen are not okay. Van is not having a good time getting over the fact that his girl cheated. He said that his brother is a reputable source. And what the brother said he saw Jen do, he's believing it. So he's having a hard time bouncing back from this. Okay, Jen has cheated on his ass in the past. And he just ain't got time for all this. Of course, Jen is saying that she didn't do it, it didn't make no sense, and why would she do that at the club and all that. But Van was like, yeah, I know how you are, and from experience I know how you are, so I don't know what to tell you, Jen. I love you, but I love you enough to let your ass go. He just get out the car, because they talking in the car, and she still, she acting like she crying and everything. I said, Jen, you about to fuck up your meal ticket. You better stick with Van. He on this show. Quit fucking around with these niggas out there in Chicago, girl. And then lastly, you guys, this grand opening. You guys know Charmaine. Tonight is our night, boo-boo! They got through all of the bad times, and now that everybody is back on the same page and they willing to work together, you know what? Let's make this party the best they've ever had. The new girl I cannot think of her name, but she's a cute little whatever, look like Asian inspired girl. I don't know exactly if she's Asian, but by me mixed or anything. Anyway, she come on back and, you know, Charmaine apologizes to her. Yeah, she was tripping. She felt threatened, you know, but they ain't on that no more. So she apologizes. Let's get back to making this money. And old girl was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that, but okay. All right. And then to celebrate, you know, the union again, you know, let's do shots. So they about to do shots, you know, and everybody's drinking and having a good time. And then some guy walks in and he was like, is this Loyal Link? And you could tell he a stripper. I was like, Lord, who done thought to have this nigga come down there, you know, kind of frail looking. Oh, we're all male strippers kind of small looking. The big niggas don't strip no more? Child, I remember at the right track, child, I tell you, they used to have this one man called Hennessy. Oof. Anyway, getting off track. The boys start stripping, and you guys know Van with all this pent up aggression, you know, overly hyperactive male, testosterone, you know, prison, just all that. He got a problem with the stripper, and that's fine. Most straight men don't want to see no damn male stripper. Can you just, like a regular human being that got some fucking sense, go up to him and be like, hey dog, this ain't the venue for you? No, that's how normal people act. Niggas like Van go and tackle the nigga while he in mid-strip. I was like, he's so stupid. Everybody's like, oh no, Van. Turns out that Charmaine had the guy come as a joke. I said, don't be, you gonna get this man killed fucking around with Van's crazy ass. But you know, Van's like, okay, you know, you got me. He's okay with it now. Then they get real stripper girls, I should say, to come in. And the party takes a strange left turn when the male stripper, he decides to come back out. And nigga, he ain't got nothing on, look like a little string something. His whole ding out there. Everybody was just like, oh. Child, they didn't know what to do. All the guys was sort of looking like, what? You know, he dancing with the stripper girls, and, you know, it was almost borderline, not orgy, like, but like voyeuristic. Like, are we really about to watch these two have sex? I mean, that's everybody's look on their face was like, I wasn't sure if they was enjoying it or not, but hey, it's a party at Loyal Link. Sometimes these things happen. You know, Forrest sitting there and he's watching and he starts reminiscing about the good times that they've had. You know, he's feeling kind of bad for leaving everybody, but he says it doesn't feel like it used to. I mean, Ryan is gone and Kat is gone and they got this bullshit that didn't been happening all these weeks, you know, so maybe it's time for him to take care of himself, but he's feeling bad that he hasn't had much of a family, or, you know, his family didn't have much when he was growing up. I don't think his dad was around and all of that. So now he feels like he has this close-knit family, as crazy as they may be. So now he's kind of having a hard time leaving. I said, are you going to get on that plane tomorrow for or what? I guess it's time to start thinking about yourself, but I think I would have guilty feelings about leaving too. Wouldn't you? Alright, you guys, that's it. Let me get on the top of the blog. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.